Thanks for the support as a channel member, Tyrone McDonough. Today, we should secure automatic promotion. Today, we could win the title, which would be our first trophy, and I think we decided it was 6 years. Today's going to be a good day. Hello and welcome to part 63 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we play Doncaster and Cambridge in League 2. If we win both of those games, we're certainly promoted. And there's a very good chance that we'll... In fact, if looking at the league table, if we win both of those games, we win the league. There's no if, buts or maybes about it. I've just noticed that neither of our joint top scorers are above 15 goals or a striker. Goodness me, I've changed. Right, this is the team we're putting out there for the game against Doncaster. This is the team who are in 4th place. If we beat this lot, we are definitely up. So, job is beat them and then worry about everything else afterwards, because priority one, only priority, is to secure promotion. Once we've done that, we can then worry about trying to win the league, because that would be a nice to have bonus. The priority is definitely promotion. So we're going with Hattersley in goal, a back four of Mark Sheffield, O'Driscoll, Washbourne and Dodd, Broadbent and Dean at the base of the midfield, or just in the midfield. Forget base of the midfield, they are the midfield. We've got an attacking midfield triumvirate of Barnes, Palmer and Berry, and then Sadler up front. Berry isn't fully fit. Broadbent, good old Terry Broadbent, who's already been here for 3 years at this point, has just signed a contract extension, even though we couldn't really afford to give him one, but he's got another year. £110,000 a year this man earns to play for Bourne, but he's slowly but surely becoming a legend. Scored his first goal for us this year as well, and I just enjoy having him as part of my team, and I want that to continue for a long, long time. I don't actually know what the all-time record appearance holder number thing is, but Broadbent must be getting relatively close to it now. 153 appearances is the all-time record. Broadbent must be over 100 in his 3 years. Yeah, he's like 103 or so. So he'll have to be here at least a couple more years to become all-time record appearance holder. But fingers crossed, that's exactly what he will do, because I can't think of anybody in the series so far who deserves more than Terry Broadbent to become our all-time record appearance holder. So fingers crossed, he's the man who gets us there, or gets himself there. I don't think it's an award we all get for him getting that. But let's get started on the game. Let's not worry about those kind of details. Let's worry about winning a football match, and everything else we can worry about afterwards. We don't want to talk about clinching the title. Recent forms, you know what? Passionately, clinch the title. I want to say clinch promotion. It's not there as an option. I wanted to not focus on the title for today, but if that's all it's going to let us focus on, then that's what we'll focus on. We've done incredibly well to get to this point. Let's continue doing well and try and finish the job. Dean has won the ball back nicely there in midfield. Skips past his man. That was beautiful from Dean. He's a player we need to try and make sure we have part of this team again next year. Him and Broadbent as a midfield two. They feel like a midfield two who could still be playing for us in the Championship. They're that good together. And Dean did very well there. O'Driscoll with the foul, though. And the move just kind of ends. But I do suspect with Dean, I think he's on loan from West Brom. He's probably going to be going back to them and pushing for a place in and around their first team, I would expect. Dodd slots it through to Berry. Berry does well to carve out a chance for Dean, and there is Dean, and it's only his 3rd goal of the season, but it's a very important one. It's a very good one. I've just noticed he's grown himself a lovely moustache as well. Christine, you are a handsome man, and your moustache is outstanding, and we're 1-0 up, and we are this close to League One, everybody. This is a wonderful thing. And I just hope it comes with a new ground, or at the very least, the ability to stand on our terraces again, because we miss it so much. It's been very weird for the last season or two, playing in front of an empty stadium. A little taste of what football might be like in the not so near future for everybody, I assume. But we don't want those kind of tastes. These videos are supposed to be a distraction. So we want fans in the ground. Barnes. looking for options ahead of him, plays it back to Broadbent instead, who finds Dean, who in turn finds Palmer through to Sadler, who's got space to run into. Beautiful pass through to Barnes. And Barnes, if that had been Goldie, that would have been a goal. And Barnes obviously is still a left back playing on the left wing and couldn't quite apply the finish. Although we've seen him score some goals like that this year, but it was lovely work from Sadler to play him in, lovely vision to spot the run. And that's one of the reasons why our wingers are scoring so many goals this year, because it's not all Sadler. Palmer's done great work and not really had much of a mention all year, creating chances for those around him. Obviously, Dean and Broadbent from midfield can both just ping a pass onto a sixpence from miles away. So there's some good supply lines for these wide players. But with Sadler in there as a deep lying forward now, I think he really does get the best out of those wide players, bring them into the play the way we just saw him do there. And we need to be careful with Broadbent because he's already on a yellow card and he's chasing around a lot here. The players skipped past him. And the last thing I want when I'm singing Terry Broadbent's praises is for him to get himself sent off in such an important game, because it would be very out of character for the man. Dodd's done brilliantly there to win the ball back and then skip round his man and find Sadler. And Berry's inside of him. Sadler's going to try and find him, I think. He does slot it through brilliantly. And Berry then finds Palmer. And that is a very, very well worked goal. Chris Sadler instrumental in it again, drifting into the wide areas, finding Berry beautifully. The arm of my chair is wobbly. And I don't care, because I hear in League One they replace your chair. We're 2-0 up, 35 minutes gone, and it's just a good goal. We're a good football team, and we do good goals now. This series has turned on its head in like the last 10 episodes, and all of a sudden we've just... I said this would happen. All of a sudden we've stumbled into being a good team. It's taken a long, long time to put this side together, but there's another stunning pass from Broadbent. Sadler brings it down. He immediately had the ball under control. It was like watching Eric Cantona take a pass. And once again, Kev references things from the 90s because that's where I still live. I don't understand the job that I do because it didn't exist back when I was learning about the world and getting all of my cultural references. I am very happy. Keep it up. I haven't even looked to see what the situation with Rochdale is. They must be winning their game because we're not going to win the title today no matter what happens. But we are, as things stand, going to maintain that 7-point lead, which means for me personally, as a posh fan, I get the delight of being able to go to the Shabby in Cambridge and win the league there, which is about as satisfying as you can get. We've had some moments. Those of you who are watching the Twitch streams, we've had some moments at the Shabby recently as well. So I look forward to adding to our collection of Cambridge moments that don't involve Cambridge United. Right, we are going to take Broadbent off just to protect him from the from getting himself sent off in such an important game. But other than that, he's still my hero. Broadbent plays it to Mark Sheffel. Broadbent cross comes in. It's a beautiful one, and Berry very lackluster with his finish that he's applied to that. I would have expected a little bit more from him. He could have gone out in front as our current top scorer if he'd have actually put a little bit of welly behind that, but he didn't. And something is occurring here. Something is occurring. I sense movement in the force. I don't even know what that means. Is that a thing? But we might be about to win the league as well, which would be sensational. We're going to bring Catamol on for Washbourne. I don't even know what's happened. Rochdale must have gone behind in their game because they've now dropped down below Stevenage. Stevenage 9 points behind us. We have a much better goal difference. So it still won't be fully mathematically there, but it would be all but there if things end as they are. And I don't know what the situation with Stevenage is, whether there's possibility of them conceding a late goal as well and having everyone behind us bottle it and just hand us the league today, because it would be lovely to collect the trophy in front of all our adoring fans here at Abbey Lawn. The ball is played out wide to some fella wearing a Doncaster shirt that we don't care about, and he's managed to come away with the ball as well. There's still 8 minutes left. We need to be careful that we don't let Doncaster back in here, because, of course, they're still thinking in terms of a potential automatic promotion for themselves, but they ain't going to get it with that kind of finishing. That was awful. And fingers crossed, that's their last chance. It wasn't their last chance. They've got another one here, and they've scored. And with 5 minutes to go, we have a problem on our hands, because if they score again, we're definitely not winning the league today. which would be really, really sad. I probably should have dropped some praise a little bit earlier. It feels like a bad time to do it just after we've conceded. So instead, I'm going to sit on my hands and just hope the players know to do a football. Sadler's in and forces... I've got to free my hands again. I can't sit on them for that long. I need to be able to wave them around when things happen. Barnes, heads clear as far as Richardson, who plays it back to O'Driscoll. We need a final whistle now, please, referee. Now, before this shot, give me a final whistle. A final whistle now. Come on. We have had the allocated time. We will now... There's noise from the terraces is deafening with whistles because we know we're about to secure promotion once that final whistle goes. This is the symbol for whistle, apparently. Why do I not own a whistle? I'm looking for a whistle on my desk. I need to blow something. Give me something to... For goodness sake, blow... Oh, there we go. We've got promoted, everybody. We've got promoted. I didn't know you could do that on plastic bottles. I thought that was a glass bottle only thing. I've learnt something there. We are promoted. We haven't yet won the league. I think that's the situation. If not, I just got very excited for no good reason. Let's double check before I have to. Oh yes, we're a League One team. And immediately the board are giving me the budget. Semic, is this going to be a prank? Is this to bring me back down after the excitement you've just seen from me? Or are you actually going to give me some money to go out and spend? Well, it's not a prank, but it's not. I ain't impressed, Mick. That's for sure. I am not impressed. But it is an increase in what we had before. It's like almost a 50% increase on what we're currently spending. So it's something we can work with. We're not going to be expecting back-to-back promotions. It's something we can work with to try and put a team together that can hopefully continue to build us onwards and upwards. But now we forget about that for the rest of the episode because now the focus is all on our next match where we could win the league. And I would like to win the league. Well, after playing so many matches with 2 left-backs, if we're going to win the league today, we have to do it with no left-backs. Mark Sheffield suspended. Barnes is injured. Goldie still not fully fit either. Where is Goldie? Goldie, as you can see, he's still injured as well. Our left-hand side looks very, very makeshift. Lavelle comes back in at the back after a long time out of the team. You can see he's not close to match fit. But he comes back into the team. Washbourne then goes out to play at left back, which apparently he can do. There you go. There's your proof. Apparently he can do it. So he's going to play left back for us. Richardson's going to play on the left-hand side of midfield. Other than that, it is the same team that just played so well against Doncaster. I would like to think, based on how well we played against a Doncaster team that were pushing for automatic promotion, even with no left-hand side, we should be able to take care of a Cambridge team that is... I mean, for most of the season, it's been in a relegation battle, although they've had a little bit of a comeback as over the last half dozen games or so. Right, we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. That's gained confidence. We had a team meeting prior to this match where my assistant manager suggested I downplay the chances of winning the title. That's what I did. It seemed to motivate everybody. So normally in this situation, I would be piling the pressure on, but I'm listening to my advisors for once. Let's see if it works. If we don't win the league today, I'm never listening to anybody again for the rest of my life, and I'm just going to do things my way. Sadler wins the ball back on the halfway line, has a little bit of a break on. He was supported by Palmer all the way, and probably should have squared it to Palmer, who was in a better position and decided to take the glory for himself, and it didn't really turn out the way we would have liked it to. As things stand right now, if everything ends as it currently is, we win the league because we'll be 7 points clear with 2 games left to play. Obviously, it would be nice to grab a goal, but it looks like Stevenage not able to catch us because they're 2-0 up in their game or 2-1 up in their game now, and the gap is still 7 points. So I think it's only Rochdale who can catch us, and they don't seem to be doing so at the moment. Let's assertively say we've been the better team here. That's gained confidence again. This is good. What are Rochdale doing in their game? I need to see. Why are we having to watch football when I want to look at numbers and stuff? For goodness sake, get the ball away. Just stand there with it for a minute so I can have a look at the scores in the other games. Stop running! I asked you to stand still. Cross comes over. It doesn't find a Bourne shirt. And now Cambridge have got... This wouldn't have happened if Berry had just kept it on the halfway line as he was directly instructed to. But oh no, he has to try and score to try and win us the league. We've won the ball back. This is wonderful stuff. Sadler took the sting out of the attack a little bit there, but did find Dodd, who's calmed things down a little bit, allowed everybody to get back into their positions, and O'Driscoll's trying to pick a pass. I wouldn't say that he did, but the bounce was fortuitous, and Richardson comes away with the ball. Berry is there, and it's off the top of the crossbar. So, in summary, we'd have been better off not attacking in the first place. Rochdale are away against Doncaster, who, again, still are going to be thinking they're in with a chance. And all of a sudden, we now become Doncaster fans today, because if Doncaster can beat Rochdale, it doesn't matter what happens here, we win the league. If both matches stay 0-0 as they are at the moment, we win the league. There's very little that can happen that doesn't result in us winning the league. It's a nice situation to be in. We're going to bring McNulty on. We're also going to bring on Graham Dodds, of course, who spent 6 years at Cambridge in the middle of his 2 spells with us. So how satisfying would it be for him, having been told just a few months ago that he wasn't good enough for Cambridge anymore, to come back to the shabby and score a goal for Bourne that wins us the league in a league they almost got relegated out of? That would be the ultimate satisfaction. That's what I want to see happen. We're going to bring McWilliams on for Dean, because Dean's on a yellow card and we want to avoid any opportunity for red cards in that midfield. We are still on for the title as it stands. Even if we don't score, we're just hoping for no late goals that would affect that. Rochdale have got a late goal, or have they? Yeah, no, that's still an 8-point gap. So Stevenage must have conceded rather than Rochdale scoring. Dodds is in. Graham Dodds. That was your romance moment, Football Manager. Do you not understand how to tell a story? Oh, McNulty with the corner, hopefully aiming for the head of Graham Dodds. McNulty with the cross. It was Terry Broadbent who was there, and he heads high and wide. It's like he'd never headed a football before. He missed by so much. But I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter. We've won League Two. We have a trophy in the cabinet. This fella is over the moon. Who's that right in the edge there? That's like a fan has just invaded and got involved. I'm there just giving it my nice little clap. And we're doing a lap of honour in Cambridge. Couldn't happen in a nicer city. And we have won the league. I didn't mean to say that. I wanted to say you've won the league. Well done, lads. But apparently I've said you were unlucky. Enjoy your medals. We've won the league. That is very satisfying, because like we said when we looked earlier on in the season, it had been a long time since we'd actually won anything. The last time we won anything was back in 2023 when we won the Bet Victor Premier Division South. Every promotion we've had since then has been via the playoffs, and it's very satisfying to win a league, and to win a league with 2 games to go as well. That is there you go. This is who gets the medals. The board are delighted. They should be delighted. Loads of medals. Do I get a medal? I hope I get a medal. Lee Montgomery gets a medal despite only playing 2 games. It's not like how it is in the Premier League, is it? He's forever going to be able to show people his League 2 winners medal, despite the fact he'll probably never play for us again. Good work, Lee Montgomery. Enjoy your medal for the rest of your career. I'm satisfied with that. So satisfied that I don't feel the need to show you the final 2 games of the season, because what are we going to learn from them? We've already won the league. So we'll go straight into the transfer special tomorrow. I'll obviously show you how we get on in those last couple of games. But transfer special tomorrow. We don't have any money to spend, and we've got to build a team to survive in the next league up. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a challenge. Hopefully Sir Mick Powell comes through with a big pile of cash again, because that's exactly what we're going to need. And fingers crossed we can have another good season next year. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Do a thumbs up because we won the league. And thank you very much for watching.